everybody. It is Island Fever Live. Candice Buchanan here. I'm repping for my school, Syracuse University. Yes, I'm a Syracuse Orange, for those of you who don't know. That's where I got my MBA from, Syracuse University. So big up to the Orange. And I am here. You know, we've been doing a whole lot of interviews. I'm here with a gentleman who has a beautiful song that we are playing for you on our radio station, on Dash Satellite Radio and on Delicious Vinyl Station. And it's really a song that's about Kamala Harris. And I really wanted to talk to the composer of this song, the artist, one of the composers of this song, and the writer of this song, actually. And he's here with us today. He hails from Barbados, so he is from the Caribbean. So, Ian Webster, welcome to Island Fever.
Well, thank you for having me. It's nice to be here. Nice to meet you, Candice, and thanks to your listeners as well for tuning in.
Ian, talk to me now. You are the writer of this beautiful song. Tell me why you were inspired to do this track.
Well, like everything else is a process, you know. I'm one of the writers because it's really a collaborative effort between myself and Shane Jones. We go by the name Water Street Boys. So I don't know if you would have seen a song called We Got This, where we had a number of artists from across the Caribbean region, like 14 artists from 24 artists from 14 countries. That's what it was. And we did this song during the COVID period. It was called We Got This, and it did really, really well. I went all over the Caribbean, into the diaspora and so on. Nice. And leading up to the U.S. elections, Gannett Roberts would have reached out to me, and I would have reached out to the group, which includes myself, Shane Jones, Chris Allman, Barry Hill, and Anthony Lohar. I would have been Shane and myself responsible for composing the lyrical side of things and the melody as well. Barry and Chris dealt with the production and the music that you hear in the track, and Anthony would have been responsible for mixing the track and mastering it, making sure all the levels are what's supposed to be. In terms of the inspiration for the track, when Gannett would have spoken to me, I started to get to work right away, obviously, because of, I like to get things done. I'm a really kind of get it done kind of guy.
Yeah.
I pay a lot of attention to what's happening globally. I pay a lot of attention to international politics, and certainly to what is transpiring in the US. And Gannett essentially would have said she wanted something that can be played, for Caribbean people, but still have an appeal that, the average American listener can still appreciate it. And we thought that we would go down the line of just paying special focus on the we saw the Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah. We saw even in the sports and these kinds of things, people all over the world pretty much
standing up for social justice.
Correct. So with that kind of energy in the atmosphere, we started to craft the song along that line, and including and just trying to inspire people to, given the circumstances, given what we're seeing around us, because I mean, wherever you go, you like I said, you are seeing this whole Black Lives Matter movement and so on. And the election certainly isn't all about Black Lives Matter, but certainly from being from the Caribbean, and we're a minority group, we figured that we would really emphasize on that and motivate our people to pull together during this time, so that we can make our presence felt and we can support Kamala, and we can, I guess, hopefully with all of our efforts, get Joe Biden into office.
Oh boy, I know everybody knows where I stand on this. I'm a journalist, but in this election, I am not partial. Everybody knows I am completely one-sided on this one. I want Joe Biden in there as well. So the song is really good. Who played the instruments? Who did the melodies and stuff? Was that you?
Barry Hill and Chris Allman, they would have done the production on it. Barry was a member of a very successful group. Actually, they took off in the UK they were called Cover Drive. I don't know if you would have heard of them, but they did some really, really good work. Chris Allman has been an outstanding musical stalwart and producer from Barbados for a number of years. He's worked with some of the best, across the world. Here in Barbados, I think people like Rupi and these kinds of guys, he would have worked with Chris. Chris is really, really a really, really good guy. A genuine soul. One of the nicest people I really and truly have ever met, and one of the most patient as well. He's helped me a lot in terms of honing my craft as a musician. So these guys worked on the musical side of things. I came up with the melody. Shane and I worked on the lyrics. So it's a collaborative effort. Every time we seek to put a product out there, it's really about collaborating.
Are you surprised at all at the kind of coverage you've been getting for this song?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm really a little out of touch with the coverage because I am not familiar with the stations and what's happening. I would gonna have to depend on Gannett for that. All right. But the person that I have shared the song with actually have really appreciated it. They have really given it some very kind reviews. But I really don't know what's happening on your side of the world, to be fair.
We haven't told anybody the name of the song. Did you tell people about the song and where we can find it?
All right. We're Better Together. Gannett really is the person that is dealing with
We're Better Together. Do you have YouTube?
I have it. I have a YouTube, but I have not posted it to my YouTube channel because I don't have the raw footages yet. So Gannett, if you're listening, hook the fellas up. Hook the fellas up. We wanna post that to our Water Street Boys page.
Okay, Water Street Boys is where we can find you and find more of your songs and more of your production.
Yeah, man. You go on Water Street Boys, you'll see a number of the stuff that we've done over the years. Myself, I put more emphasis on the Water Street Boys channel that I have on my own personal channel, to be honest. But we've done a lot of work. You go on there, you'll see We Got This. You'll see some tunes that I would have released for Crop Over this year because I'm mainly a soca artist, but I'm versatile. I'm a music teacher by profession.
Music here at Island Fever, okay? We have we dedicate like a whole hour and a half to soca music here in Orlando and on Dash Radio. So this is the home of soca. You can send your music our way anytime. I want to talk to you about what's going on politically in Barbados.
Oh, okay.
From the Queen and all, all that kind of talk. How are things in Barbados for our Bajans Americans that are listening that might not be home, right? How are things? What's the temperature of the people over there when it comes to the separation from the Queen?
Well, a lot of people are in favor of it. There are, of course, those who are not in favor. You always get both for and against. Right. I think that Barbados being a sovereign state, 52 years, I think we're going to be celebrating. No, it's not 52. Maybe 54. 54 years of independence. I think this year we're going to be celebrating. And that is significant. At the age 54, really and truly, you're a mature individual. You ought to be, So for a country, I believe that most people, and certainly the government, would be thinking along the lines of, okay, we have been under British, been under the Queen, a part of the Commonwealth for a very long time now, and it's time that we just take charge of our own affairs. I don't have a tremendous problem with it. I think that there are more people for it than against it. Apart from that, there's even what we call a by-election taking place right now. Yes. In St. George North. So that's pretty exciting as well. We had a debate just I think Thursday evening or so. But you know, all indicators right now, the government will be looking to establish the country as a republic from next year. Around Independence time, we celebrate our independence November 30th. So, yeah, it looks like green light, you know.
All right, green light.
Yeah,
How are you
green
guys
light.
doing with COVID?
We've been managing pretty well, to be honest with you.
Yes,
I think
see
the
that.
government has done a pretty good job in terms of managing the entire process. Our borders are open, and we have been able to do a lot of contact tracing and so on. Put measures in place,
Testing.
the usual protocols in terms of mask wearing, hand sanitization, and these kinds of things. They are part and parcel of what we do here now on a daily basis. It's our new normal. So apart from that, though, I think because we are testing so much, and the traffic coming through the airport is not like what we are accustomed to, but you know, it is manageable at this point. I think that as the winter season approaches, we may see a lot more traffic coming through. But I'm sure that the government is going to continue to do as much testing as they possibly can, as much contact tracing. You know, we have a special facility in the north of the island where the persons who are infected with COVID, they would go there. And we try to keep the persons who are infected with COVID away from our QEH, our hospital, our main hospital on the island, and that kind of thing. So, you know, systems have been put in place, and they have worked relatively well. We have just over 200, we've had a total of just over 200 or so cases. And I think we still have double digits in terms of persons in isolation. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing a lot better than we are.
Yeah.
You guys
We've
are
been able to.
common sense measures, and I wanted to ask you that because I want people who are watching this who are American to understand that what we're doing makes no sense, and just putting money over common sense in the long run ends up hurting us financially. And just as much as and also hurting us physically, you know, lots of dying and that sort of thing. The fact that a tiny island like Barbados can have it under control because you guys are doing the right thing, contact tracing, lots of testing, special facilities for COVID patients, you know, wearing your masks, social distancing, washing your hands. I really wish more of our people here in America would adopt some of these responsible measures that are being put in place in the Caribbean. Ian,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming and joining us. Could you tell me really quickly again, where can I find you?
Well, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. My personal page on Facebook, I have already over 5,000 people, 5,000 friends. So I really can't add any more, but I have a fan page. I'm on Facebook as well. But on Instagram, it is iWebOfficial, IWEBOFFICIAL, right? That's the same thing on Twitter, iWebOfficial on Twitter as well. Then you go on to Facebook. On Facebook, I'm Ian Webster, just Ian Webster. That's my fan page. Yeah.
All right, so. Ian. Well, Mr. Ian Webster, musician extraordinaire.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. And so thank you so much for joining us and joining us. Thank you so much for joining us and being a part of Island Fever Live. We wish you all the best. We hope Crop will keep next year.
Yeah.
I will be there on my nose if it does.
Really? So, you're coming to Crop Over?
I'm a soca baby, let me tell you. So you will definitely see me at Crop Over next year. I'm dying to get
out. I'm going to hold you to that, and I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out, right?
You never know. Reach out. Okay, I'm coming.
All right.
Okay, have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves, and thank you for this beautiful, beautiful song. We really appreciate your work and your help in helping our country get back on track. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, and I will be sure to convey your kind words and sentiments to the rest of the team.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you, Ian. Take care.
Thank you too. Bye-bye.